Hello, my name is Tanya Ryman from Platypi Designs and I am your website strategist. In this video, I'm going to go over the alternative to a form that is GDPR compliant. GDPR is the General Data Protection Regulation. It's the European Union's Privacy Act that came into effect on May 25th. If you happen to use an email newsletter subscription tool like MailChimp, Constant Contact, ActiveCampaign, you most likely would have seen emails come into your inbox letting you know that they are GDPR compliant and what your forms need to look like in order to do so. So essentially on the MailChimp website, I've got a blog post about this as well, but on the MailChimp website basically it's telling you that you can enable GDPR permissions, and then you get to have an extra box where people will be able to choose if they want to get email customized advertising, and you get to customize the text on here, so you can choose what these actually say. So let's say monthly newsletter, occasional time-sensitive updates, and so on and so forth, so that people exactly know what they're signing up for. The issue that I have with this is that, as you can see, this piece is actually really quite large and bulky. So if I want to keep my form nice and slick, that's going to kind of mess up the look and feel. So according to ActiveCampaign, which is the system that I happen to use for email newsletters, they have an alternative for people who are using a double opt-in. So if you happen to be in Canada and deal with Canadians, you're already dealing with the Canadian anti-spam legislation, which is CASL. And the easiest way to be compliant for your email newsletters is to be double opt-in compliant. So what that means is a double opt-in essentially is when someone fills in your form, hits subscribe, and then they get an email that will ask them to subscribe to your list. Oops, sorry, that's not the email I was looking for. Oh, no, that is. It says, thank you for subscribing, and then it says, confirm my subscription. So basically, they've got to click on this link in order to confirm that, yes, I did want to have be confirmed or be subscribed into this newsletter list. With that email, essentially, the minute you do that, they go to a website that says, you know, thank you for subscribing, and blah, blah, blah. So that's what's called a double opt-in. If you have a double opt-in, the checkboxes are a little unnecessary if you do three things. And this is where it gets very important from an administration perspective. The first thing you need to do is you need to be absolutely clear as to what it is that you're offering them. So remember back to those checkboxes as to what it is that you're going to be contacting them about. You need to be very clear to them either where the form is located or in the opt-in letter. So in my case, I have told people what it is that they're going to be getting, but I haven't said frequency. So if you actually go back into my email newsletter, or so my email that comes in as the double opt-in confirmation, you'll see when you click on the confirm my subscription button below, you will receive a regular newsletter, blah, 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 and then that arrives on the first Monday of every month. Please note that if a time-sensitive topic does come up, we will let you know about things like that. So essentially, it's letting them know what they are going to be signing themselves up for. I actually, in my newsletter tool, I took a screenshot of this so that I know what people are getting and what they're subscribing for, because this message is basically my check boxes to me. So I have a screenshot of this, and I basically have it in a folder on my computer. Then anytime actually somebody does click on the confirm my subscription, essentially an email comes to me as the administrator, and I get this from ActiveCampaign saying who signed up and when they subscribed. And this basically gives me my date of confirmation, so this tells me when they've subscribed, and because they have double opted in, they know what they're getting. So what I normally do then is I'll take a PDF of this and keep it with my screenshot of the opt-in message, so that if this opt-in message changes, I'll create a new folder. And then from that point forward, all the messages that have confirmed to a new message will go there. At this point, I've only changed this message as of May 30th, so basically to be in compliance with the GDPR. And If I happen to change this message, then I will grab a screenshot of this and start a new folder, and anyone who signs up afterwards will then be put into a different file folder. But essentially, that is apparently how you can work around adding in those checkboxes, which can be a bit bulky. So it does take a bit more effort from a record keeping standpoint, but apparently that will meet with requirements, or at least that is according to an active campaign bit of information that I received from them. So this is all in my blog post, and I will make sure that I post a link to it as well, so that you can understand the difference between having these checkboxes and what you need to do if you want to keep your form a little more compact. Thanks so much. It's Tanya Ryman from Platypi Designs, and if you have any questions, by all means shoot me an email or get in contact with me. You can get in contact with me by our contact page at platypidesigns.com. Thanks.